Well, I thought I'd talk about health today. What's going on with my health and everybody else's health and stuff like that. Um, we, I don't know if you knew, but I do have a thyroid issue. I do have tumors, and they said that they're benign, but it's not always 100%, and hopefully it still is. I just had some tests done, found out the tumors are larger than what they used to be, and I got a new one growing in the center, and they don't know what it is, and so I have to wait a couple of months and go to see if I need to have another biopsy done or something like that. Good news though, the medication that they had me on, um, because of me being so heavy, I had to take a certain dosage, and since I've lost about 80 pounds, they think they're going to have to lower my dosage, but they won't know until I've been on this medication for a while. So they're going to put me on some stuff and then wait 2 months, and then I go back in and have a blood test done, and if everything's okay, um, the dosage will be lowered. So that's a yay for me. And my blood pressure medication. Um, Now that I'm done with the thyroid doctor, I got to make an appointment with my regular doctor and see about getting my blood pressure medication uh, changed, because my blood pressure is too low to be taking medication for high blood pressure. So we're gonna see about, and I found out the hard way. You don't just drop blood pressure medication. I did that once and gained an awful lot of weight, just water weight, just like swelled up like a balloon. So evidently it's one of those medications that you have to be weaned off in order to get off of it. So what's going to happen is they'll probably change the dosage or something like that, so I don't take as much. Um, and I might be able to be off of Lasix as well. That has something to do with my leg. I have a leg that's gross and all kinds of stuff. Let's see, what else do we have going? Oh, yeah. My thyroid doctor hadn't seen me since I was in 300 pounds. And today I weighed in at 330 something, 338, 339. I weighed in at about there. And she's kind of, him and her. I had a student doctor and my regular doctor, and they're both going, "What happened?" And I told them about my doctor that I've been, Dr. Scott, that I've been seeing, and how much success we've had. And, granted, I don't 100% agree with everything he says, but I can't fight the results type of thing. And brought in all those stuff that he has me on, and there was something in there that's for insulin. I My numbers, I had a blood test done, and I am still pre-diabetic, and they're hoping that with the weight loss, the pre-diabetic issue will go away. My liver count used to be way off the charts too high. I think that was a one that was around 70 or something like that. Now it's around 30. I don't remember all the numbers, and of course my husband turns off the camera while we were in the office too soon, and the doctor was going on about other numbers that where the danger numbers are this and my numbers are like half of that and all that kind of stuff, but my metabolism is still sound asleep. It's like really low metabolism, and so I'm always having to do something to give it a boost, that kind of thing. Um, so that's pretty much it on my health. That's my son's puppy, who's really big and very active. Anyway, the other one is my service dog. She is 15 years old, and so she's not a puppy anymore. Today I discovered something was wrong and figured she's got an infection, so we took her to the doctor. And they gave her some medication for the infection, and they gave her some medication for her liver. But she is underweight. She's just not wanting to eat these days. And basically she's going into when it's her time, I guess you might say. And so her liver and her kidneys are having issues. So if I'm emotional in the future, I'm sorry. I do, however, plan to keep Susie active as much as possible. I did tell the doctor that everywhere she goes everywhere with me, so she's kind of got an active life. And the doctor says that's good. As long as I am allowed to take her as my service dog, then do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Whether or not she can do the job, I'm gonna take her because she needs me more than I need her right now, and I'm gonna just leave it like that. She's a really, 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 really good dog. So, but she's feeling better. I gave her gave her the medication that the doctor gave me, and she's, you can see a clear difference. It's like, okay, give me some food, give me this, give me that. Of course, we got to keep the two dogs apart because we don't want to get the other dog infected. So, anyway, that's kind of how our life is. But I just wanted to, talk about health and realize that everybody, you got to take care of your health. And even though it's kind of sad about Susie, she's old, and like Jack LaLanne died, I think, like last year or something like that. He died in his 90s. Eventually it's going to happen, but at least she's dying as an old gal. She's lived a good life. She's still going strong. I would like to be like my grandparents, where in their 90s and still full of piss and vinegar and giving life hell and all that kind of stuff. I want to be that way myself, and I'm not upset. I'm hurt, but it's part of life. And as for my own health, I have my issues, but I'm starting to get good news because I'm finally losing the weight. And what was fun at the doctor's office was they were so excited about me losing weight. They brought in this other doctor and we're shaking hands, that kind of thing. And they were talking about how they have some sort of program for people who have successfully taken off the amount of weight that I have, and how did they do it? What was what was the secret? That kind of thing. And so I told them about my doctor, but I also told them, I said, there was times I did some experimenting that could I lose weight not taking his products, which I could, but I didn't have the same energy. So there's some benefits there, but I told him about Shay, and I told him about the community, like with Jamoki and Jen and Lisa and the roadies and stuff like that. I told him about the diet bet and how we've developed a community where we all work together and we all try to encourage each other and that kind of thing. So that's the biggest thing that I thought was exciting is being able to. And the doctor even said I taught him a few things. He says, you taught me things I didn't even know. And I'm like, yeah. And he says, I didn't even know there was something called fat burning foods. And I'm like, yeah, there's actually a list. You can actually buy a book. It has fat burning foods on it, and it tells you everything that you need to know and why they're better. Like instead of having potatoes, there's like 4 substitutes you can have for potatoes and still enjoy your meals. So he learned a thing or two from me. So there. So I say so too much. I think that's pretty much it. But you guys have a good one, and I just wanted to share how my life is going right at the moment. And tomorrow I go in for another bod pod. So there will be another bod pod video coming after this one, showing what my weight was. And the last time I weighed in was March. I think it was the end of March was the last time I weighed in on the bod pod. So the numbers are going to be really big difference. So I'm looking forward to it. Well, see you guys later. Bye.